Hey there, welcome back to the Simple and Smart SEO Show podcast. I'm Crystal Waddell, and this is Follow Through Fridays, a little after Friday. But I hope that you are having a wonderful weekend. Today, I just wanted to share some reflections, some insights from the recent interview that I had with Josh Peacock from SEO for Hire. So if you haven't listened to that episode, make sure you go back and listen to it. Josh came to talk about finding a job in SEO and also some things that we could do to make ourselves more marketable. So I wanted to just dive into a few takeaways from that interview with Josh. The first one was understand your job search process. Josh emphasized this idea of mapping out your job search. So as a job seeker, it's crucial to define what you want in a role, and then also understand the traits that top performers in that particular role have in common. This helps you target positions that align with your strengths and your career goals. The second thing is that you should be honest on your resume or your CV. Josh shared that SEO for Hire has actually developed this vetting process to make sure that candidates can truly perform the tasks that they do. I've heard horror stories from different individuals who talk about how SEOs can look like they have a lot of experience on paper, but they basically did the same thing for 10 years rather than new things or evolving with SEO over 10 years. Obviously, job experience is important, but as a job seeker, you need to be prepared to demonstrate your abilities through practical tests and real world scenarios. So then number 3, Josh talked about the importance of growth mindset in SEO roles. What I would love to hear was that successful SEOs often have entrepreneurial spirits and they're continuously learning and adapting, which really makes sense, right? It's great to embrace opportunities to learn new skills and then stay updated with industry trends and changes because they're happening fast and furious, right? Number 4, communication skills. One of the biggest challenges is effectively communicating with your teammates, whether that's stakeholders or non-technical team members. Clear communication about what SEO does and the impact it has, the business impact it has on revenue and business goals, is so important. People don't want the technical details. They don't want the jargon. And then number 5, we talked about the future of SEO roles. And because everything is changing so fast and so much, especially with the advancements with these large language models and different scripts that are being written, SEOs who can leverage these different tools and also focus on strategy are going to be in high demand. And if you don't understand the ecosystem and the structure of the internet and the different tools that are being released, you're really going to limit your ability to change as the internet changes. I want to thank Josh for coming on the show and just helping us understand what it will take to be competitive as an SEO in the upcoming years. And I wanted to share with you, coincidentally, I applied for an in-house SEO job recently. One day when I was on LinkedIn, I saw a job post come up. And it was like, oh my gosh, they're talking to me, which is crazy because they're probably talking to everybody. But the thing that caught my eye, first of all, the company was just fantastic. I've been following the company for a while. They celebrate their employees. They do a lot of really cool stuff, team building, even though they're completely virtual, which to me is just amazing. But they value that entrepreneurial spirit and they value people who think about how things might be versus a workplace where this is how it's always been done, so this is how we're always going to do it. In fact, they're on the cutting edge of changing how SEO is done, especially for big enterprise companies. As I thought about it, and they're looking for somebody who basically has a growth mindset, who loves to learn, all that type of stuff, I'm like, oh, that is so me. So I didn't know what the job was necessarily, but I applied for it. Josh and I had recorded this episode months ago. So it was such a coincidence that I applied for this job and Josh's episode was released at the same time, right? So I thought, you know what? Once I applied for the job and didn't get it, I was like, I should maybe reach out to Josh and see if I can find out what I could do better or what is missing because I'm not your traditional SEO, right? I contacted SEO for Hire and spoke to Darius, one of Josh's recruiters, and he gave me such great feedback on my resume. I made those changes almost immediately. I still have one more change to make, but just some really great feedback on my skill set and then also some insight on what type of job I might be qualified for or even enjoy doing as an in-house SEO. So thank you, SEO for Hire, for that, because it really gave me like some sort of reference point to where I fit in this whole search engine optimization ecosystem. The other thing that was really helpful was talking to the hiring manager. So the standard email came through that considering other candidates or whatever, but it said, if you have any questions about how we came to this decision, please reach out. And I was like, oh, don't tell me to reach out and ask questions. So of course I did, and spoke to an amazing hiring manager. And I just said, hey, look, I have no in-house SEO experience, obviously, but I just wonder what you think I might be qualified for, or what you think I need to improve, or what I would need on my resume to be able to apply for a job like this in the future. And he gave me some amazing feedback, and it aligned so much with what Darius told me from SEO for Hire. So that was one of those things where, yeah, your ego gets a little bruised when you don't win, right? But at the end of the day, I still feel like I won, because now I like to know where I stand. I like to know where I fit into an ecosystem. And that whole experience just gave me a clear vision of the industry that I've entered as a second career. I wanted to again say thank you to SEO for Hire for all of the great tips and insights that they've provided. And if you're an SEO manager and you would like some help with leadership and management, Josh extended an amazing offer for us. If you use the link in the show notes for their leadership playbook, you can save 50% off of it by using code Crystal50. And that's not an affiliate link. That's just a special gift that they've extended to the listeners of the show. So if that is you, definitely check that out so that you can be an even better leader as you're promoted within SEO. The last thing that happened this last week is we had our 3-day challenge, Supercharger SEO. And so before we wrap up, I just want to extend an invitation to you to join the SEO squad. The 3-day challenge was awesome. The feedback was great. And for just $48 a month, you can be a part of this dynamic group as well. And if you didn't get a chance to take the challenge, you can do so inside the group, because all of the challenge videos and audios are going to be moved inside of our members area. And we meet every Wednesday at 10 a.m. Eastern, and we just spend an hour discussing your website issues and implementing optimization strategies that are tailored to your needs as a small business owner. So it's a fantastic opportunity to enhance your SEO skills and see real results. Thank you for tuning in today for Follow Through Fridays. I hope you found these insights and my personal experiences helpful. If you have any questions about the SEO squad, please feel free to reach out to me at hello@simpleandsmartseo.com. And until then, keep moving forward.